It is Monday. I don't have my watch on or nothing. I think it is April the 28th. I think it is. How y'all doing? Child. Yes, it is April the 29th. And my camera over here was giving me some problems, so that's why I'm later than what I normally am. I've been up since 4. And what is it, 5 now? I've taken my shower. And then I sat right here I had the live already primed. All I had to do was jump in the studio because I was going to try to use StreamYard today. But my old camera would not display on StreamYard. So I don't know, I gotta figure that out. So I took some time to switch and just record on my phone. Child, the news. The news been popping. It really have. Ooh. I'm not going to do too much today with makeup because I have a dentist appointment in a couple of hours. So I never wear makeup when I go to the dentist because they be all on your face with the plastic gloves. How y'all doing out there? How are y'all doing? Are you doing okay this Monday? Are we doing well? Whew, I didn't want to get up out the bed for real. And then when I got out the shower, I couldn't find my normal robe. Oh, it's sitting in here. That's why I couldn't find it. So I had to put this romper on that I got from Yitty. But yeah, I'm not going to do too much to my face. Y'all have hung in there with me for 29 days, and I was checking my stats, and 1,000 people have looked at my videos for the month of April, and I'm blessed. I'm satisfied and blessed. It showed me how people were finding me through the search. So I guess posting my TikToks and shorts on YouTube, they've been finding me through the search bar and all types of things. So I'm happy about that. Just let me look at my notepad today. So the first thing I want to talk about, and this week we just gonna go into scamming because I done fell into a scamming loophole. I hope everybody can hear me and everything. I have fell into a scamming tunnel. Everywhere I go, I'm hearing about scam this, scam that, scam. And you see, look, I ain't got to do nothing to them eyebrows. I put them on yesterday for my dinner. Look. And this is the espresso. So I'm glad. I'm glad I switched to espresso. The first day, it looks a little harsh, but this is day number 2. And I did wash my face, y'all. And I use black soap to wash my face. If you know anything about black soap, it is stripping, really. I like it because I have combination skin, so I'm oily right here. So I like to use that little stripping effect. But I use black soap. And look, eyebrows, I ain't got to put nothing on them. I ain't got to put nothing on them. They done. So I was watching YouTube the other day, and this young lady talks about how she got scammed trying to rent a house. And as she's going through the scenario, I'm like, I could see that happening. I could really see that happening. So let me tell you what happened. Now, I don't remember where she said she found this home for rent, but she found a home for rent and she went to see the home. I don't know if whoever she planned to see the home with made sure a real estate agent was there, but when she got there, there was a real estate agent there. And she actually videoed the real estate agent talking, y'all. So you would think when you see a real estate agent that is at a property that is on the up and up, right? So she got the real estate agent on video. The real estate agent is going through the particulars of the property. They talking about how they like the property. And she wants to go ahead and put her application in. She puts her application in. She pays the deposit. When she gives them the deposit, her bank calls her. I don't know if she said the next day or immediately, but this is when things started ticking in her mind that this may be a scam, because the property was out of this world. I mean, I don't know. Every property I look at, even for sale, is out of this world, but the property is out of this world. Looks awesome. And they're getting a good price on it. And by the real estate agent being there, it's making you think that there's multiple people that's looking at this property. So there's an urgency there. Okay? So look at all the points. They're creating an atmosphere of urgency. They're showing you a property that looks like you should be paying so much more than what you're going to pay for. So the bank called her. And I don't know, maybe I didn't hear this right. Remember, this Golden Girl news. So none of this might not even be true. And I might be mixing up everything. But this is Golden Girl news. You came. So, the bank called her and said, look, we noticed some fraudulent activity on your account. It seems that you sent somebody some money and they don't have any money in their account. And I didn't understand what that mattered. Or maybe I didn't hear properly why the bank called her, but it sounded like she said, we're letting you know, it seems like you sent somebody money who didn't have anything in their account. That's what it sounded like that she said. So that's when she said, oh my gosh, I think I have been scammed. Let me tell you what the scam is. She went through a whole lot of loopholes. The house was actually an Airbnb, y'all. The house was an Airbnb. Somebody rented the Airbnb, hired their friend to pretend to be a real estate agent, and okay, she was, okay, so if you're not watching the video, you ain't get the hint, but they hired their friend to pretend to be a real estate agent, and they showed this property. I don't know if it was all weekend or just for one day, but can you imagine how many people that they scammed out of deposits for even one day? Because I can imagine if you're showing a property and you're there, because we have open houses. Open houses last 4 hours. People just come in. But if you're a real estate agent and you're scheduling showings, you could have a showing almost every hour. That could have been 8 to 10 people that they scanned at least 2 G's from. She found out because she traced the address. She looked up the address on Airbnb, and the place showed up. Now, the interesting thing about Airbnb is that the crooks know that you can't contact an owner of an Airbnb until you book the property. So she found the property on Airbnb, but she couldn't really communicate with the owner to find out if he knew that there was a scam going on where they were using his house. So some kind of way, I think she pushed the question and answer button, and he actually answered. So eventually she was able to communicate with the man that actually owns the home, that is not for rent or sale. And he was aware of the scam. He said, yes, I realized not too long ago somebody rented out my Airbnb. And the only thing an owner can do when it comes to somebody who rents your Airbnb, who do something bad, is you can just give them a bad review. That's the only thing an owner can do. So he can't warn people. He just gave the guy a real bad review. So you see how crooks actually know the system really, really well. They know that they can take pictures of the home, they can rent the home, they can show the home, they can pretend like a home is actually for sale and get people's deposits. Luckily, she paid through her bank, and her bank was able to reverse those funds. But she said she spoke to numerous people who went to that same house. One lady gave cash. Y'all, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Because when you give somebody cash, there's no way you can get that money back. So that is the scam. So if y'all are out here looking at rental places and stuff like that, I guess check and see if the address on Airbnb. That's why I wanted to find out, where was this place listed for rent? Like, was it really listed on one of those, like Zillow, for rent? Did he really go that far? Or did he just list it on Facebook or Craigslist? Those are some easy places to list things for rent. And all you need is a picture and a description. And people who for number one, don't want to go through the usual process of renting a place. They think, they just started a job, so they don't have that much work history, or for whatever other reason, they don't want to go through an actual real estate agent. They go to Facebook and different things like that. There are people out there that will try to take advantage of you, and y'all be careful out there. I'm glad that this young lady and her roommate was able to get their money back, but dang, that is really interesting that somebody would take somebody's real home that's an Airbnb and rent it out, so they put money into it. They had to use their card, they had to use their ID, their account, not unless all that information was fake. Not unless they used a stolen card, they used a fake picture, all types of stuff. To rent a room on an Airbnb, which can cost you $100 to $200, take a bunch of pictures and put it on a website and say it's for rent. And open it up, let people come walk through. Child. Okay, let me see. I'm going to do a little something, but I'm not going to do a lot because, like I said, I'm going to the dentist today, so I don't want a lot. I'm going to try this corrector, and I'm going to try to use it with my fingers so it'll be nice and warm. Oh, oh. Hold on now. Look, that corrector really did something. And I was asking this lady on TikTok, does a corrector really matter? And I just saw it. I just saw those, that darkness under my eye disappear. But sometimes I feel like it doesn't matter. Maybe because I was using it improperly, because it worked just now for me. So now I'm going to go in with this concealer. And I'm going to use a brush. Yeah. Just to conceal under my eyes. Look, I'm getting ready to, you can't see it, but I'm getting ready to break out in a sweat. Whew. So, in a couple of days, now for me, will be the second month that I have had renters. Can't believe it. And it's going well. It's going well. At first it was a little rough because I wasn't familiar with the property. It was brand new property. So there were some things I had to fix, I'm not gonna lie. I think I actually have 3 more things I need to fix. I need to fix a, the utility cabinet that's got all the little electrical buttons. I just need to fix the door on that cabinet. And I hired a contractor to put a lock on the fence, and he didn't put the lock on right. So now I'm out of money that I paid for a lock, which was about $50, because it was a push button lock, or you could use the key. It was a really nice lock. And I'm out of the money that I paid him to do the work. So I'm really in the market of finding a trustworthy handyman and knowledgeable. And I've used quite a few. The one that messed up the lock, I found him on Thumbtack. But interestingly enough, it wasn't the guy on Thumbtack. It was a worker that he had. So the guy on Thumbtack does really good business. But one of his workers wasn't hitting on nothing. And the price was really good for Thumbtack, just to do a few little things. Like I had them hang up mirrors in the bathroom. They installed my security system, cameras, things like that. They, I'm about to burn up. Did other little odd things around. But when it came to, I had a piece of wood already, and I was just gonna cut this wood to fit the utility cabinet. It was like the worst cut ever. So I got about 3 more things I need to repair, but they're very small things. I gotta fix a lock on a fence, and I gotta repair a utility cabinet. Oh, and I have learned a lot about plumbing. More than I ever wanted to know. But I got frustrated one day, y'all. I really got frustrated. And I had to pull myself together and say, you know what? You signed up for being a boss. You said you wanted to be a boss. But being a boss comes with good days, and it comes with more challenging days. And so going through this plumbing issue, those were the more challenging days, because you got people in your ear telling you it's this, it's that. You don't know who to trust, because some of these people don't even have a legal business. They're just handymen that you find. It seems like everybody's guessing, and then you just hire an expert, and they come in less than an hour, and everything's fixed. So I had to learn that hard lesson. Like, when it comes to major things, just pay the money. Just pay the money. I've had 3 plumbers, 2 from insurance company claims, who they wasn't bad, but they just came in and did one thing. They just came in and did one thing and didn't give you, and if the one thing didn't work, they just left. You see what I'm saying? So the insurance paid for one thing. When I hired a company, I got all my questions answered as it relates to the plumbing. So when it comes to the property I'm at now, we're going to get this one ready next. And this one just needs some cosmetic things because we've lived here a year. So we want to paint it. We want to change the flooring downstairs. We've already started doing a few things. We got a lock put on the air conditioner outside. So we just got a couple of little, you know, just like if you move out of an apartment, the stuff that have to be done. We just got a couple of little things over here that need to be done. And this one will be next. So what else have I seen on my news timeline? Let me tell you. Oh yeah, I ain't gonna do no lipstick either. Let's go back to cruise news. The lady we spoke about a while ago that abandoned these people on a cruise, the story continues. Her name is actually Monica Faulkner. And once the people got to Costa Rica, the people that was able to get on the cruise didn't have, or was it just a vacation? I don't know if it's a cruise or vacation. It's got to be a cruise. Anyway, I don't know why they would need a hotel at Costa Rica though, because on a cruise you go back and get on the ship. I don't know. All I know is once they got to the next stop, 70 people didn't have nowhere to stay. So maybe this is a cruise where you stay somewhere for one day. I don't know. Because when they got to Costa Rica, they had to beg people who live in Costa Rica to let these people stay in actual people's homes. And she was telling the people in Costa Rica that if you let them stay in your home, I'm going to pay you in 24 hours. Oh, okay. I hope my phone's still working because something is downloading on my phone. So this lady's in big trouble. She has 70 people stranded in another country. They didn't have nowhere to sleep. And then she tried to get sick on them, honey. She tried to get sick, so sick where she pretended